Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. I'm flying my SB-2M. We just spawned in space. We have to get down there and start picking off. Let's see, there's two other players that are rocking SB-2Ms. There's one guy in a D3A1. And unfortunately at this moment there's only 28 ground targets, but I believe those are vehicles. They're not keeping track of the anti-aircraft cannons, artillery, and stuff like that. Since there's light vehicles, I'm not sure if there's going to be pillboxes. Anyway, why does this all matter? Well, in order to get my Tupolev TB3 or the ANT6, I'm going to need to destroy 20 ground targets. So if we check this, you'll see that I have made a little bit of progress. I have played 2 historical battle games, and yes, I've only gotten 3 kills in those 2 historical battle games. Not the best result. Part of the reason is I kept getting Krimsk, and with this bad boy, even if you dive right away, you will be having to just deal with, like, the enemy fighters get to you before you can really, how to say it. And we have a HE-51 and a Gladiator also grinding ground targets. So we're going to be going for the armored cars. But I basically didn't have any time alone bombing targets. And you could do high altitude, but I just don't trust 100 kilo bombs. On Krimsk, it was, alright, let's see if we can't turret this guy. It is arcade, so things are a little more forgiving. AAA, open up on me. I'm going to have to get in very low and still give me enough time on this approach. This may not be worth it, actually, the time it takes, or the time I allotted, basically. We'll see. Alright. Alright, well, we're going to have to use our rear gunner now, I believe. We can always tail flip if we need to. Alright, well, I've learned now from experience that it's not really very effective to use my front gunner on these armored cars, or excuse me, on these AAA. So I'm going to go after the armored cars. This guy's shooting at some. And we will be able to reload. So that is good. I'm going to fly over and see how many I can't kill with my gunner. Where are we at? 4? Alright. Look at that. There's a strange dead zone. We have a Yak 7? I'm a tier 1 plane. Pretty sure everyone here is tier 1 as well. So the Yak 7 is distracted. We're going to go... We've got 39 seconds on the reload of my bombing. No one's really after me. There's a Heinkel 51 over here that would maybe attract a little more attention. Not a lot of AAA. They've lightened down the AAA. There should be maybe some artillery pieces or something like that, but not today. Alright, well. Got some armored cars and 11 seconds on the reload, so I'm actually just gonna act as if I'm gonna start lining myself up because reload's in 3 seconds now. But yeah, I have a full lineup of SB-2Ms. I actually bought them. I'm flying some endangered species, maybe even some extinct animals. That's what I'm flying. Alright. Because the SB-2M 103 MB3, and hold on, let me line this guy up. Just enough, man. Those 100 kilos will be able to blast apart an armored car. So we got a minute. But yeah, the SB-2M 103 MV3 and SB-2M 103U are endangered. I'm flying the SB-2 100 right now, but I'll show you my lineup if this guy ever gets taken out. Come on. Well, he's reloading. So we're just going to have to wait for our bombs. But there's not much action going on over here. I'm sitting at 11, so 17. I'm going to need 3 more ground kills. Should be very doable. So basically what I've experienced anyway is arcade mode is probably the way to do this challenge. Historical, I just kept getting crimps. I wanted to do it in historical, but ×2 modifier, I'm not sure. If you don't have the right setup, the right map, it will actually take you a lot more time. Nope, not a direct hit, but oh, even a bad hit. Looks like someone may be bombing from altitude. Let's see how we did. A little more inaccurate lately, guys. So at 12, just need 2 more. We'll be able to do that, and then I'll hop in my other planes to show them off real quick. Oh, I'm curious. Does a 100 kilo take out a light pillbox? Huh, even a little behind it. So there's 1 armored car. I may have, in my curiosity, I didn't optimize my approach in my lineup. There's an armored car behind me though. Alright. No, or is that the pillbox? Come on, Baron. Still a little behind him. See, that stuff won't cut it once ground forces are here. Now I got both the water temperatures on my engines. Ooh, Heinkel 111 going for this last armored car, which I need. It's a race. I think he's got it. Can we get it before? Yep, we did. Alright, well, we're going to abandon this plane, and we're going to show off a plane that's is no longer in the lineup, at least according to the patch 1.37 notes. A few planes were removed, so these are, I'll show them off real quick. The SB-2M 103MB, excuse me, the MV3, so this one. And then the SB-2M 103U, so this one. We'll show off this guy. These guys are, I don't know, what would you call them? Endangered species? Maybe? Maybe endangered species? Look at that little blue accent on the rudder there. I like that. So we've got our mission. We'll hit a few more armored cars. Seal the deal here. One guy quit. One of the SB-2Ms quit. That may have been the last ones he needed. There are a few other bombers running around. There's PBY up top. Always funny to see, you know, these patrol, you know, maritime patrol and just flying boats flying so high and doing high altitude bombing. I'll tell you what, PBYs are gonna encounter a renaissance once ships are in the game, just like I think Stukas will experience a renaissance once tanks are in the game. PBYs, any float planes really, I think will be a lot of fun to fly. So we got Skyman there. How many we got? 5 left. He might be gone. Need to find out. Light pillboxes in an armored car. I'm gonna go after these guys. And the F-1M as well. Speaking of flying boats or float planes, scout planes for capital ships, the F-1M was a scout for these capital ships. I don't know if I have the ordnance. My SB-2M 100 was the one that had basically, let's see if we can't just drop everything on this pillbox. Oh, that did the trick. Somehow I also got credit for that turret destroy, or excuse me. Yeah, so you can see him at 16, and it would have been possible to probably get almost all 20. And we're on our route, but yeah. So I bought these two. I bought the SB-2Ms, and I believe I also bought all the Spar Vieros, the SM-79s that the Italians have, Italian bombers, because some of them were getting removed. And then there's the Year 2s as well. Like, for example, the Year 2 M105 TAT and the Year 2 M105R TAT were also removed from the game. So I just wanted to buy planes that, you know, I kind of dropped the ball in previous patches. This has happened before. Planes were either removed. The Po-2 is a really good example of a plane that was removed, and then you were allowed to earn it later. And I think they're cool, like planes that get removed. It's almost like a collector's item. We got someone shooting at us. Some flashes over our wings. No damage, really. That was a direct hit. So we got one more. It's this armored car. And assuming I don't get shot down by this buffalo, I think I got this. And he's flashing. I think he's doing stealth rounds. What I've experienced is stealth rounds have a lot of armor-piercing ammunition. And at this tier, you don't really want armor-piercing. You want incendiary. Alright. Ha! Let's see. Oh, my bombs were off target. That was really well played. That I-16, I have to give hats off to you, sir. Oh my, I mean, I'm impressed, guys. I am impressed. He got me from getting the final blow. He prolonged it. Him hitting that wing through my bombs, I don't know, 100 feet further than they would have been. That, oh my gosh, I'm so impressed right there. That was such a good move. I mean, I'm sure he wanted to kill me before I got to the target. Let's see, look at those. The Dare 19s. Yes. You always just say yes. Alright, so yeah. We've got some extinct species, and we have completed today's task. My personal recommendation is to fly it in arcade mode. I was flying on the US servers because when I was flying my Blenheim yesterday for the TB3 challenge, it worked out very, very well. Let's see. Yeah, so 17 you could knock it out in one game possibly. And I mean, when you look at the lineup, if you have all of them, I guess it depends. So here, we'll talk about that. It's pretty common sense stuff. Turret. We're good at the compressor. Should have got the radiator, actually. Yeah, but so I have 5 SB-2Ms. There's a total of 6, so you could have a potential lineup of 6 SB-2Ms. So if one goes down, you really don't have a problem. I think if you have at least 2 or 3, I would do it in arcade. If you only have one, it makes more sense probably to go realistic battles. I kept getting Krimsk, so all I had was medium tanks and a couple armored cars and mobile AAAs, offsetting the AAAs by their base. But it was tough. The only you know, defenses that you could get from high altitude would be the AAA at their base by high altitude bombing because the targets aren't moving. But that's my advice. Do it in arcade. It's kind of fun. This is a funny plane. And you saw how, you know, against stealth rounds, them firing armor-piercing rounds, it's just not going to do a whole lot to a twin-engine light bomber, you know, in short bursts. Anyway, my name is Baron. I hope you found this educational. Let me know how you guys did it. What game modes did you do it? Did you get another map other than Krimsk when you flew it in realistic battles? Anyway, my name is Baron. Thank you for watching. Make sure to pull the trigger on that like button, and I am signing out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can't get my first kill. Looks like we did. Alright, so we have to get 10 kills with our gunners in gunner view. I repeat, in gunner view. It's going to be rather tricky. My Blenheim is which I'm flying right now. It is also pretty much stock, so I will be going for ground targets as well with my bombs because I'm not expecting to get this